727 and DC-9 collided on runway in dense fog at Madrid. 93 killed. Tu-134 crashed during approach to Sofia. All 50 aboard died. Cargo DC-8 crashed on takeoff near Quito. 53 killed, all on ground. Tu-154 collided with maintenance vehicles on runway at night. 178 died. Tu-154 stalled and crashed on climb near Krasnoyarsk. 110 killed. Electra lost control after takeoff from Reno. 70 aboard, all perished. Tu-134 crashed during go-around after engine failure. 58 killed. 727 struck mountain during descent in Spain. 148 fatalities. And 24B crashed after takeoff from Timbuktu. 51 aboard, 1 survivor. Tu-134 and N-26 collided mid-air over Ukraine. 94 fatalities. 747 exploded mid-air over Atlantic due to bomb. 329 killed. Tu-154 stalled and crashed in desert after dual-engine flameout. 200 dead. DC-6 crashed during bad weather in Colombian jungle. 80 onboard died. L-1011 hit microburst on approach and crashed. 137 killed. 747 lost control due to rear bulkhead failure. 520 passengers died. 737 aborted takeoff and caught fire on runway. 55 killed. Afghan N-26 shot down during flight. All 52 aboard died. Hijacked 737 stormed by commandos. 60 passengers died in crossfire. Military charter DC-8 crashed after takeoff in Canada. 256 perished. Caravel crashed short of runway in Guatemala. 93 killed. 727 exploded in flight due to tire burst and fire. 167 fatalities. Tu-134 cabin fire forced emergency landing. 54 died during evacuation. C-130 military transport crashed after takeoff in Honduras. 52 dead. F-27 crashed in poor weather near Malacca. 60 killed. DC-9 collided midair with Piper over California. 82 died, including 15 on ground. Tu-134 crash-landed blind as pilot challenge. 70 passengers died. Iranian Air Force C-130 crashed in bad weather. 103 fatalities. Tu-134A crashed short of runway near Berlin. 72 killed. Hijacked 737 exploded after forced landing. 63 died. Cargo 707 crashed short of Abidjan runway. 50 killed. Ethiopian military AN-12 crashed during ops near Asmara. 54 deaths. Il-62M crashed near Warsaw after engine fire. 183 fatalities. Afghan N-26 crashed near coast. 53 on board, all perished. HS-748 crashed into mountain in poor weather. 50 fatalities. MD-82 crashed after takeoff due to flap misconfiguration. 156 killed. 737 crashed in heavy rain during approach. 83 passengers died. Fire broke out aboard 747, crashed near Mauritius. 159 killed. Bomb planted by agents exploded mid-air. All 115 aboard died. IL-18 crashed on approach after fuel leak fire. 108 fatalities. 727 struck mountain after takeoff in poor visibility. 143 dead. A-300 shot down by U.S. Navy over Persian Gulf. 290 killed. Mid-air stunt crash during airshow killed 70 spectators. Tu-134 crashed while approaching Bangkok. 76 fatalities. 737 crashed near Ahmedabad during approach. 133 perished. Military IL-76M crashed en route to Armenia. 77 fatalities. 747 exploded over Lockerbie due to bomb. 270 dead, including 11 on ground. 707 crashed into Pico Alto Mountain due to descent error. 144 fatalities. DC-8 crashed on approach amid fog. All 176 aboard died. Military DHC-5 crashed in Andes near Tarma. 59 killed. DC-10 crash-landed after engine failure. 112 dead, miraculous survival of 185. DC-10 crashed short of Tripoli runway in fog. 79 killed. F-27 disappeared over mountainous Pakistan. 54 presumed dead. Il-62 crashed on takeoff. 150 killed, including 24 on ground. CV-580 crashed due to tail failure over North Sea, 55 killed. DC-10 exploded mid-air due to suitcase bomb, 170 fatalities. Military IL-76 crashed off coast of Azerbaijan, 57 dead. 727 hit hill on approach to Tegucigalpa, 131 aboard, 127 died. 737 hit mountains after wrong heading, 54 passengers perished. 727 bombed mid-air over Bogota, all 110 killed. 707 crashed due to fuel exhaustion near JFK, 73 dead. A 320 crashed short of runway, 92 killed. Military AN-12 crashed after takeoff, all 83 on board perished. Hijacked 737 collided with other aircraft on runway, 128 dead. C-130H crashed into mountain in Greece, all 63 aboard died. Military C-130 crashed during Gulf War ops, 98 killed. 767 mid-air thrust reverser deployment caused crash, 223 dead. DC-8 crashed after gear fire on takeoff, 261 fatalities. C-130 crashed in suburb after takeoff, 135 killed including 2 on ground. Yak-40 hit mountain near Makhachkala, 51 aboard perished. A 320 crashed in mountains on descent to Strasbourg, 87 dead. Military Buffalo crashed near Eastleigh, 52 fatalities. Viscount struck mountain near Ambon Island, 70 killed. I-310 crashed into Himalayas after ATC confusion, 113 deaths. Tu-134 crashed during missed approach in fog, 84 killed. C-130 crashed shortly after takeoff, all 159 on board died. A-300 crashed into hills on approach, all 167 killed. 737 crashed during descent due to speed mismanagement, 141 dead. Mi-8 crashed under unclear conditions near Lada, 61 fatalities. Cargo configured DC-10 crashed on landing in storm, 56 killed. 727 collided with military jet mid-air, 159 killed. Tu-154 collided with Iranian fighter jet during approach to Tehran, 133 killed. Fokker 100 crashed shortly after takeoff in icing conditions, 83 fatalities. 737 struck truck on takeoff and crashed, 55 killed. 727 crashed into mountain during descent in poor visibility, 132 dead. Bay 146 crashed during rejected takeoff after gear failure, 55 perished. 737 crashed on approach in fog, 68 passengers died. Yak-40 overran runway during takeoff and crashed into valley, 82 killed. Tu-154 shot down on approach amid civil conflict, 108 aboard died. Yak-42 crashed near Ohrid Airport in poor weather, 116 killed. Tu-154 crashed after dual engine failure and loss of control, 125 killed. A-300 crashed on landing due to flight mode error, 264 dead. Tu-154M crashed due to autopilot failure, 160 killed. F-28 overran runway on landing and caught fire, 80 fatalities. ATR-72 iced up and lost control, 68 aboard died. 737 crashed on approach in snowy weather, 57 fatalities. DC-9 crashed due to fuel mismanagement, 51 killed. A-310 crashed after engine control failure, 60 killed. Transport plane down during conflict ops, 52 aboard died. 737 struck volcano during descent, 65 passengers killed. Military AN-32 went missing over sea, 75 presumed dead. AN-32 crashed during takeoff in northern Sri Lanka, 62 dead. 737 landed hard and overran runway, 71 fatalities. Tu-154 lost control during descent and crashed, 98 perished. Electra crashed on takeoff carrying arms and passengers, 141 killed. 757 veered off course and hit mountain near Cali, 159 killed. AN-32 crashed into market shortly after takeoff, approximately 251 killed. Boeing 737 crashed into mountains during approach to Arequipa, 123 killed. And 24 skidded off runway on landing, 53 killed. DC-9 crashed into Everglades after cargo fire, 110 perished. 747 exploded mid-air off Long Island coast, 230 killed. 154 M struck mountain on approach in fog, all 141 aboard died. 757 crashed into Pacific due to blocked pitot tubes, 70 dead. Thrust reverser deployed after takeoff, aircraft crashed into neighborhood, 99 dead. Boeing 727 crashed after pilot lost control, 144 people died. Saudi 747 collided with Kazakh IL-76, 349 killed in deadliest mid-air crash. 767 ditched in Indian Ocean after hijacking, 125 aboard, 50 survived. 2 military helicopters collided en route to Lebanon, 73 personnel died. Military Hercules crashed near Mashhad, 88 fatalities, and 24 crashed en route in Russia's Caucasus, 50 people died. 747 crashed into hillside short of Guam in poor weather, 229 killed. 134 crashed near Phnom Penh during landing, 65 of 66 died. DC-9 crashed due to icing and speed misreadings, 74 fatalities. And 124 crashed into apartment complex after takeoff, 72 killed, including 49 on ground. 154 struck desert terrain during approach, 85 on board, 1 survivor. Yak 42 hit mountains in poor weather, all 70 aboard perished. 737 dove into river near Palembang, all 104 killed. Military AN-32 crashed in Pakistani mountains, 51 dead. DC-9 struck mountain in bad weather, 104 killed. I-300 crashed into residential area during go-around, 202 killed. 727 crashed into mountain shortly after takeoff, all 53 aboard died. Military 737 crashed during jungle approach, 75 fatalities. 154 overran runway and struck buildings, 80 dead. A 310 crashed during third landing attempt, 101 fatalities. 154M crashed on approach due to tailplane failure, 61 dead. Military AN-32 crashed shortly after takeoff, 50 fatalities. 737 overran runway on takeoff, struck highway, 65 dead. 767 crashed off Nantucket, cause controversial, 217 people died. A 310 crashed into sea after early takeoff, 169 aboard, 10 survivors. MD-83 lost horizontal stabilizer control. 154 crashed on approach in Siberia, all 145 aboard died. 2 hijacked 767s struck World Trade Center, nearly 3,000 fatalities including on ground. Hijacked 757 struck Pentagon, 189 killed including 125 on ground. 154 accidentally shot down by Ukrainian missile, all 78 aboard died. MD-87 collided with Cessna on takeoff in Milan, 118 fatalities. A 300 crashed in Queens shortly after takeoff, 265 perished. 727 crashed into volcano on approach to Tulkan, 94 killed. Boeing 767 crashed on final approach in fog, 129 killed. 111 crashed in Kano neighborhood, 103 dead including many on ground. Passenger set fire on board Maryland 82, aircraft crashed into sea, 112 killed. 747 disintegrated mid-air due to prior repair issue, all 225 died. Russian Tu-154 and DHL 757 collided over Germany, 71 fatalities. Su-27 crashed into crowd during aerobatics, 77 spectators died. Mil Mi-26 down near Grozny during war, 127 soldiers killed. Avro RJ-100 crashed during foggy approach, 75 aboard, 70 died. Military IL-76 crashed into mountains, 275 personnel died. 737 crashed after engine failure, 102 on board, 1 survivor. Yak 42 carrying peacekeepers crashed on approach, 75 killed. 737 crashed shortly after takeoff due to engine failure, 116 died. Overloaded 727 crashed on takeoff, 141 killed. 737 crashed into Red Sea shortly after takeoff, 148 fatalities. Iced CRJ-200 stalled on takeoff, hit park, 55 aboard died. 737 crashed into Afghan mountains in snowstorm, 105 killed, and 24B crashed in mountainous terrain during bad weather, 60 fatalities. 737 lost cabin pressure, all aboard succumbed to hypoxia, crashed near Athens, 121 dead. MD-82 stalled at cruising altitude due to improper weight settings, 160 died. 737 crashed into neighborhood after takeoff, 149 killed, 49 on ground. Military C-130 crashed into apartment block, 106 people killed. A 320 crashed on go-around near Sochi due to pilot error, 113 dead. A 310 overran runway and hit buildings on landing, 125 fatalities. 154 crashed during thunderstorm, all 170 aboard died. 737 broke up in flight due to spatial disorientation, 102 aboard died. 737 crashed into mangrove forest after takeoff in storm, 114 fatalities. A 320 overran runway, hit terminal, Brazil's worst air disaster, 199 dead. MD-82 crashed on landing amid heavy winds, 90 people died. MD-83 crashed into mountainous terrain on approach, 57 died. MD-82 crashed on takeoff, flap failure and takeoff config warning inoperative, 154 killed. 737 crashed during go-around due to poor visibility, 65 died. 737 crashed during approach in Perm due to crew disorientation, 88 killed. -8Q400 stalled on approach in icing conditions, 50 fatalities. Military C-130 crashed after engine failure near airbase, 99 killed. A 330 crashed en route from Rio to Paris after pitot failure, all 228 died. A 310 crashed into ocean during night approach, 152 killed, 1 survived. 154 crashed minutes after takeoff due to engine failure, 168 dead. 737 crashed into sea after night takeoff in storm, 90 killed. 154 crashed in fog near Smolensk, killed 96 including Polish president. A 330 crashed on approach in Libya, 103 aboard, 1 child survived. 737 overran runway on landing and fell into gorge, 158 killed. A 321 crashed into hills on descent due to pilot error, 152 died. ATR-72 crashed during storm in central Cuba, all 68 aboard died. 727 crashed on approach in snowy conditions, 77 fatalities. 727 crashed while landing in poor visibility, 74 died. Military C-130 crashed into mountain on approach, 80 killed. 737 crashed amid storm during approach, 127 fatalities. MD-83 lost both engines and crashed into building, 159 killed. 737 crashed on go-around due to control error, all 50 killed. Military C-130 crashed into mountainous terrain, 77 fatalities. 777 vanished en route to Beijing, presumed crashed in Indian Ocean, 239 missing. 777 shot down over conflict zone, 298 died. MD-83 crashed in sandstorm after loss of control, 116 killed. A 320 crashed after stall during climb in bad weather, 162 killed. A 320 deliberately crashed by co-pilot into Alps, 150 fatalities. ATR-42 crashed into mountainous terrain, 54 aboard died. A 321 exploded mid-air from bomb over Sinai, 224 fatalities. 737 crashed after missed landing attempt amid storm, 62 killed. RJ-85 carrying football team crashed after fuel exhaustion, 71 dead. 154 crashed into sea after takeoff, 92 killed. Military Y-8 transport crashed into sea, 122 died. And 148 crashed after takeoff near Moscow, all 71 aboard perished. ATR-72 struck mountain in bad weather, all 66 aboard died. -8Q400 crashed on landing, 51 killed. Il-76 crashed after takeoff carrying troops, 257 killed. 737 crashed after takeoff and burst into flames, 112 killed. 737 MAX 8 crashed minutes after takeoff due to MCAS malfunction. All 157 aboard died. 737 to 800 shot down by missile after departure from Tehran. 176 killed. A320 crashed on second landing attempt after dual engine failure. 98 aboard, 1 survivor. 737 to 500 crashed minutes after takeoff. 62 people perished. Military C-130 crashed during landing in Sulu. 53 killed, including 3 on ground. 737 to 89P nosedived mid-flight and crashed. All 132 aboard killed. ATR-72 crashed on final approach in broad daylight. 72 killed. Military IL-76 crashed during or after landing at Gao. Over 140 fatalities. Il-76 reportedly shot down over Belgorod region. 74 aboard, no survivors. ATR-72 crashed en route to Sao Paulo. 62 died, including 4 crew. 737 overran runway and caught fire on landing. 179 aboard, all survived. CRJ collided with military helicopter near DC Airport. 67 dead. Boeing 787 crashed shortly after takeoff and exploded near populated area. Over 274 killed. Air India Flight AI-171, a Boeing 787-8 en route from Ahmedabad to London, crashed into the BJ Medical College hostel complex shortly after takeoff, resulting in a significant loss of life both on board and on the ground. Preliminary reports indicate the aircraft broke apart mid-air, though the exact cause remains under investigation. Authorities are considering possible technical malfunctions and external factors.